All right. This morning's jobs numbers do not exactly inspire big confidence. Let's get the small business perspective on this morning's numbers. Joining the company from Atlanta is Fran. He's the chairman and founder of OneMoreCustomer.com. Fran, I know that you are a small business operator, and here's what people constantly tell me. This is what the left says. The way to get small business to start hiring people is to increase overall demand. The amount of money that's going into our society. Therefore, spend more government money. Do you agree with that?
Wrong. The people in the private sector that generated 80,000 new jobs last month, it's remarkable they did in this oppressive regime that we are living under today with the taxes, the regulations. It's remarkable they did that. Of course, if we generated 100,000 new jobs every month, we would just be treading water. But the good news, Stuart, is this. We've got a technology revolution going on in this country. We've got an energy revolution going on in this country. We can even see energy independence now. With what our technology has done here, we've got at least 100 years, and some people say as much as 200 years, of oil and gas reserves under our ground here in America. But the environmentalists are making it harder for us to get it out. And there's so many hundreds of thousands of jobs that can be generated in the energy world and also in the technology world that's happening in Silicon Valley. But the regulations are just clamping down and preventing that from happening.
Fran, you operate small businesses, many of them, as I understand, over the years. Okay, got it. Can you give me an example where the regulatory environment or a single regulation has stopped the growth of one of your small businesses?
Well, it's expenses. It's healthcare expenses. It's more paperwork, more regulation, higher taxes. I'll go to a job creator. Boeing has built a plant in South Carolina that would employ 4,000 really well-paid jobs right now and an additional 11,000 support jobs. And the NLRB has stopped that because it's a right-to-work state. We're trying to build a pipeline from Canada all the way to the Gulf of Mexico that would employ 20,000 union workers and another ancillary 116,000 union workers. We got 5 environmental agencies that are stopping that. That's what's stopping job growth in America. The greatness and ingenuity of the American entrepreneur is alive and well, and if the government would just take about a year off, we would have job growth. If they would work with us, my goodness, just imagine what that could do and what that could do to the job growth. Let me tell you another interesting thing. In China, just reported this last week, half of the millionaires in China are going to leave China, and most of them want to come here because of the corrupt government and so we need to go look at legal immigration, be able to let these people in. Steve Jobs, in his last days before he died, met with Obama and said, if you would just, all the engineers, the Chinese and Indian engineers that we're educating here cannot stay here. They want to stay here. If I could just get 30,000 more engineers, I could bring 200,000 more jobs back to America.
We hear you. We hear you. Well put, sir. Thank you very much indeed. Fran, everybody. Cheers. All right, let's go back to the New York Stock Exchange. The